Hey there, how is everybody's weekend? She is back, yes, with a towel on her head, bad lighting, and I don't care. So as you can see, the Schumann resonance has been following the same pattern. This shows the last 3 nights of activation, and it's been pretty gentle, which is a good thing because there's so much happening in space. Other stuff, it's kind of banana. So here's a close-up view of last night, and I'm going to try to start inserting occasionally a little piece of the Marconi data so that you can kind of get a feel for what it looks like on the other chart, so that when Tomsk is down and not reporting data for whatever reason, or Russia has it blacked out, who knows, you'll be able to track. In the meantime, we have a normal solar wind right now because we're getting a break from the big mass holes, but that other one's going to spin around probably towards the end of the week and speed things up and possibly send some geomagnetic energy our way. Speaking of geomagnetic levels, we had a little blip on Friday, but we have mostly dodged any CMEs which have been launched on the sun, and the solar flares haven't been producing that. We're having a normal solar wind, so that is all helping us to have kind of a break right now with all the solar intensity. Part of the reason the solar radiation levels decrease is something called a Forbush decrease that gives us a bit of a buffer with the solar radiation as the solar cycle intensifies through 2024 and we get the larger flares and bigger storms. So you can see we're having these clusters of flare activity with some larger C flares, but for the most part it's staying pretty mellow right now. Here's a look at that CME from this morning, which I think was a C7. Also starting yesterday is the Orionid meteor showers, which I will do a separate TikTok about later because there are astrological and spiritual implications of that, as well as the obvious beautiful meteors that you can go watch looking at Orion's belt in the night sky for the next 2 months. Meanwhile, this happened, pause to read, but there was a huge prominence on the sun, and then they have footage of the ISS passing by as well, so it's pretty cool looking. But the CME that was launched when that finally broke apart is not headed for Earth. And meanwhile, Jupiter is coming in for its closest pass near Earth since 1960 something, I believe. Yes, in 59 years. So that is happening tonight. Let's see, what else? I know there's more. If you feel like watching NASA smash into an asteroid tonight to try to see if we can divert asteroid motion with human tech, there's your access to live coverage. And in the meantime, we still have 6 planets in retrograde, so take care of yourselves and try not to take things so seriously.